Okay, pause, cabrón. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that yes, women are going to love a good physique. They're gonna love if you have a little bit of muscle definition, a little bit of six pack going. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that would be a lie if I told you that, oh, it's okay that you have your beer belly and stuff. You don't have to go to the gym. Be yourself, king. Like, that'd just be a bunch of bullshit of me trying to keep you insecure and sell you something. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you that yes, you need a good physique. And in this video, I'm gonna hopefully explain to you why you need it and a little bit of methods that you can go about to achieving the aesthetic physique. My name is Blake, and if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so we can continue getting better together. Also, can help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers for February. Follow me on Instagram, link in the description below. So like I said, I'd be lying to you if I said that girls didn't like a good physique. And I know this is a fact because I used to be a little chubby kid around, like, back in middle school, I think it was, or like the end of middle school before going into high school. You know, puberty was hitting hard. I was trying to get some girls. I was a chubby kid, but I was still gonna shoot my shot. And so there was this one day I remember in particular that I was playing basketball with this girl in gym class, and you know, we were going well, we were laughing, we were chopping it up a little bit, and then that's when I decided I'm going to shoot my shot. And it's safe to say that it did not go well. She kind of laughed at me a little bit and said, as a matter of fact, she even said that I had a muffin top, which is like the little bit of fat that hangs over your belt line, your waistline. And even though she didn't mean anything by it and we were just kids, so it doesn't even matter now, it still made me way more insecure than I already was. That's when everything clicked. That's when I kind of realized that the fire was lit inside and I needed to change my physique. I needed to actually start going to the gym. I was pissed off. I was like insecure, kind of sad with the way I was. And I was like, I knew there needed to be a change. And that's when I started going to the gym and taking it seriously. And once I actually changed my physique, that's when I realized that it literally 10 times your attraction. Like, if you didn't do anything else, you didn't do any self-improvement, you didn't do any looks maxing, you didn't do anything else for yourself other than change your physique, you will literally still 10 times your attraction from women. You might not believe me about, oh, like, women are gonna chase you, but like, I promise you they will, because once I changed my physique, once I had the physique that I have now, that's when women started like approaching me first. It was like this wild thing, because I've never had that happen before. Like I said, I went from getting this girl laughing at me, calling me, like telling me I had a muffin top, to women like telling me how sexy they think my physique is. And honestly, I have to say, not to be glazing myself, but I do agree with them. I think I have a pretty sexy physique right now, and I want to teach you how you can do that too. I get tired of hearing a lot of guys say like, oh, I thought I was going to the gym to get attraction from girls, but it's only guys that come on my physique. That's because they're doing it wrong. They do the kind of wrong kind of training styles, and they just end up becoming like these kind of gym cell guys, because I had the opposite result. I had girls actually, like I said, start chasing after me. They liked my physique. They started lusting after it because it was like a very sexy thing. Real dynamic should be girls lusting after your physique and telling you how sexy it is, and guys asking you like, how's your physique so good, and how they can get the same physique. Because the reason it's important is because not only does it build attraction from women, it also gets you the respect from women and men too as well. You know, there's a quote from the philosopher Socrates. It goes something like, it'd be a shame for a man to grow old and not see the beauty and strength of which his body is capable of, something like that. And that just sums it up perfectly. Like, why would you go through life without maximizing your stats as much as possible, especially your physique? Because it's just going to make you, not only if you're stronger, like make you more useful, but it's just going to be like aesthetically pleasing to everybody, because, you know, we're human, we're all human. And it's just that primal thing of like, the first thing you see in a person is going to be their looks, and that's what's going to create the initial attraction. So the more attractive you can make yourself, the more people are just going to like you right off the bat. That's not a bad thing. That's just life. Like, we all are able to control that, and your physique is going to be one of the best ways that you can do that. It has one of the biggest ROIs. And if you don't know what ROI is, it just means return on investment, and your physique is definitely going to have the biggest impact on that in terms of looks, because it's the thing that you can control the most. Like, you can't control your height, you can't control like your eyelid shape or anything like that, just weird stuff like that, but you can control how well your physique looks, because anybody can build up a phenomenal physique regardless of what your genetics are. You know, and like I said, it just builds up that masculine frame. Like, that's what women want to see, that masculine kind of signs of high testosterone, signs of good genetics, because that's what, like, from that primal standpoint, that's what people are going to want to be around. Like, that primal kind of, like, it might be kind of cringy to say, but that alpha male, those are going to be the signs of like the leaders and stuff like that. The people they're going to like be the best, and that's what a woman's going to want. That's what men are going to respect. You know, another philosopher, Plato, I think it's pronounced Plato. It was said that he would flex in the middle arguments in order to win the argument. This is because it's kind of like the halo effect. Basically means the better looking you are, the better people are going to treat you right off the bat without even really knowing anything about you. And like I said, this is just human nature. There's nothing wrong with it because there's a lot of things you can do to control like how attractive you actually are and how attractive you come across to people. And like I said, your physique is going to be the biggest thing of that, because regardless of like anything else, people can see like how big you are, how muscular you are, how strong you are, just based off your physique. It also shows, like I said, the masculine frame, like it shows that you're willing to go through that discipline in order, like something that not many other people are willing to go through. They're not willing to make those sacrifices, go through that pain, which is why he was able to win arguments like that, is because people just respected what he was capable of. And this is not to say that you need to be one of those big old bodybuilders like Ronnie Coleman or like Jay Cutler or anything like that, or some big power lifter like Larry Wheels or anything, because that's going to be on the extreme end. That's not really going to be what we're talking about. In terms of what women are actually going to like, it's just going to be the kind of aesthetic physique. And all this really means is going to be like having wide shoulders, wide lats, and a small waist. So basically creating that V-taper look. You want your physique to go in like this, right? But the average guy today, the kind of soy boys, we're all like this before going to the gym. Or some people are even overweight and stuff, and they got like they got birthing hips as men, which is sad, and they kind of like this. But we don't want that with it. Absolutely not. We want to be built like this, have that V-taper look, and that's going to be the strongest indicator of that. And you don't need to be a bodybuilder or power lifter to kind of get that kind of style look. You need to prioritize aesthetics over everything. And it's going to be very similar training style to bodybuilding, but it's just going to be a little bit different because, like I said, you're not like doing these dirty bulks that they would do in order to get like really fat just to add on as much size as possible. In the off season, you're going to be doing like lean bulks because it's aesthetics over everything. The difference between a bodybuilder and somebody with just a very aesthetic physique is aesthetic physique can be achieved through like similar to bodybuilding style training and like athletic training, versus a bodybuilder trying to add on as much mass as possible by any means necessary, which we're not trying to do that. And this is where I agree with like some of the influencers, like Looks Maxers influencers that say like lean is law, because yes, like the leaner that you can have your physique with like muscle in your frame, the better that it's going to look. Slightly disagree with them in some places because you can't just cut down. Like I made that mistake and I just ended up skinny fat because I just immediately started to cut because I was chubby and I thought that's what I needed to do, but that's wrong, because you need to build up some muscle first. If you don't have any muscle built up when you're trying to cut down, then there's nothing to cut down to and you're just going to lose the muscle instead of the fat, like lose whatever muscle is there. You need to go on a lean bulk, not like a dirty bulk. Like I said, this is not bodybuilder style training. You need to go on a lean bulk where max you're at like 15-18% body fat and you can still see your abs. Because this is what girls mean when they say they like dad bods. It's like a guy that like obviously goes to the gym, has muscle and stuff like that, but he's not fat. Like he doesn't have a beer belly or anything. He's still like, still has visible abs. They're just a little bit cloudier because it's at like the peak of a bulk. And this is what a real bulk should be, like especially as a natural, is like lean. A lean bulk, just eating clean food, still just eating more of them. So you can always see your abs basically year round. It's just like they're just a little bit cloudier, because it's also gonna like keep your face from getting like too round and puffy and just ugly, because that's gonna be one of the biggest factors of seeing your jawline. If you're not doing anything else for Looks Max, you're not doing Muin or anything, like your physique is gonna be the biggest thing, and staying lean is gonna make your jawline just look that much better, that much more crisp and sharp. And you need to be like again, max 15-18% body fat in your bulk in order to just keep that jawline crisp. Like I said, like you don't have to be like the biggest person possible. I'd recommend like bulking up a little bit, but like there are influencers like on the extreme ends. There's like David Lade, who's like he's like the king of aesthetics in terms of popularity and stuff like that. And then there's other influencers like Baby Sickly. He's not exactly big, but he's very aesthetic. Like his physique still looks aesthetic. And this is because they prioritized aesthetics over size, and like it's about the shape of the physique rather than the size of the muscles, you know what I mean? In terms of like dieting and stuff, there's a lot of current bro science trend. If you see a guy telling you just, oh, all you gotta do is eat steak and red meat and avocados and eggs off a cutting board and you'll be good. While I do love that meal and that's like one of my favorite meals to cook, it's not entirely true. Yes, you need to be eating a lot more red meat than you probably are, probably a lot less carbs than you currently are. You need to be eating a variety of foods, not just red meat. You need to be eating like chicken and salmon or other kinds of fish every once in a while, because those are gonna have other micronutrients and stuff that you're not hitting with just red meat. You need to be eating like fruits and stuff like that, and maybe some vegetables sometimes, and like some carbs like like potatoes or rice, like that stuff's not going to be bad for you. Just have a variety of it, because if they're telling you this is just like, just eat like the red meat and the eggs and the avocados, whatever, off the cutting board, you're just missing out on a lot of other micronutrients and stuff from a lot of different food sources. And it's just good for your gut health to switch things up and get a variety of foods in there every once in a while. That's all I wanted to say for this video. Remember, be better than you were yesterday.